Hello again. I hope everybody's doing great. I just want to come in real quick to show you the template, the piece of paper actually that I'm going to make into a template. This is, as you can see, this is the Middle Eastern room. This is the bay window. I'm putting this sheet of paper in, and as you can see, it's from the floor all the way up to the window. I am doing that because I am touching the base of the window here, and because where my finger is, I'm going to go a little bit lower, and this is how I'm measuring. It's easier for me to do it this way. So pretty much, that's the dowel falling out the chair, pretty much from my finger to my thumb is the cut that I'm going to make. And the reason why is because when I cut the paper, that's going to allow me to fold the paper into the window and get more of a right cut for the size of the frames, the plastic sheet frames that I'm going to use that are going to look like faux glass. Okay, so that's the base. And then I'm going to keep my finger down here just for balance. And my thumb is here. So again, I'm going to come over straight as I can. I'm using my scissors, and I'm turning slightly so you can see, hopefully. Yeah, I'm using my thumb. This is the top, so I'm going to go from here over, and I'm going to cut here. All right, now I'm going to take the paper down, and I am going to try my bestest to cut straight over. Now I just want to tell you too, I did cut the other side of the paper as well. That gives me double a surety to make sure that I do have more of an even cut to see if both sides are matching up as pretty as close as much as possible. Okay, so I am going to take the dowels from here, and I'm going to put the, so cute, I'm going to put them downstairs. I'm going to show you the kitchen also downstairs that I painted, as I told you I was going to do. You're going to see that. Let me get a little dolly out of here. Okay. And, all right. So, now, this is the sheet. As I remember, it was from floor to the window. So because this is a bay window, obviously it bows out. So I'm gonna literally push. I'm literally gonna push this in. Oh, sorry for the going back and forth. I don't want to make you dizzy. All right, so I'm gonna push this in, but not hard, because what I'm doing is I'm working it in so I can see better. The hope is that I can see better where my corners are and where my height is when it comes to the windows. So I'm just kind of moving this paper around, which is going to make it way more flexible too. Or should I say pliable? And all right, so now let's see if you can see that. Hold on a second. So I have to make some adjustments here to the left. Right, so anyways, I think you can see here how this is. I'm going to turn this again, and let me find my pencil. Because I want to be able to draw a little bit here. So I'm going to turn this around. And I think you guys can see that. That's writing from when I use this. I try to really recycle a lot and overuse until I can't use it anymore, just so that I'm keeping down from wasting. But anyways, so what I will be doing is I will be making a line here. Since this is the flatter side, as you can see, these are bulging, these are bulging. That's not going to give me accuracy when I'm looking for more true width. This one, let me go in again, because they're all the same width, I believe, and like I said, they're pretty much the same height. So I'm not really concerned with the measurement exactly of all the windows being into this template. I just need one good one, and this is it. Because this one is the flatter side, and so I'm going around, as you can see, and I'm kind of squaring that off, and I'm gonna cut that. Okay, so now go ahead, you can see here, and I straighten it out. It's a rectangle. Let's go back around here so we can see a little bit better. There you go. You see it's a rectangle, right? So what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and cut that. And I'm just gonna cut the sides, the longer less to me, which are easier to navigate first. That'll give me more room, like, to cut the shorters. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that as straight as possible. I'm gonna cut, instead of cutting right on the line, I'm just gonna go out a little bit more, just to give me more leverage in case I have to cut it down or shape it. Because nothing is always straight. I don't care if you get a brand new house, how much you pay for it. In order to get it 100% straight, you would go broke, because nobody, and even land doesn't even, foundations change, okay? So this is the same idea I have with this house. It's all for fun, and that's what it is. So, okay, here's the line here. So I'm going to just go out just a little bit more past that line. All right. Okay, let me get this little, kind of neaten that up. Now when I'm cutting, because I did not go out a little further past the line here, and on this side, I'll do that when I'm cutting. Not a big deal. If you forget to do it while you're doing this, you can still do it later, okay? All right, so that is the template in which I will use. And let me tell you some of the plastic. This is the plastic sheet, as you can see. And this is what I'm going to use to cut and to make the windows for, well, the sheet window panels for this bay window here. And let's see, you saw this last time. And so that is the bay window that I made to fit this house. And this is the entirety of that room. I am still going to take this down, as I said. I am, well, not all of it, but the 3 frames, I'm taking this down. I don't like it. I still have to balance this out on the outside where the latch is, which is not a big deal. I may even replace that because there is a bend in it, and I never really liked it. So this is going to give me opportunity to revamp, I think. So we'll see how that goes, because what I'm going to do when I do the big window and finish it, I'm going to go back around and I'm going to finish that. I am going to take care of that too before I do more work in this room. I want to show you also an idea here that I got going, that I came up with. And Well, you don't see it yet, but you will. Let me get the camera from bending. Sorry for the fingers. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some new tools. An oscillating tool. First time using it. I'm going to play around with it. But I want to cut like 3 feet. I'm not 3 feet, Lord God, no. 3 inches approximately, like this, the length of my finger. Kind of short finger. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to square it out because, and I'm going to frame it. I want a skyliner, and I'm going to put one there in this room, and then I'm going to put one down over, let's lift this light up, over this room where the fireplace is, because that room is a little dark, and I want to add curtains over the windows, but I just want some more light, like natural lighting, and I want to be able to look through the house too at different angles and give it more of an updated style other than just a little bit more update and refresh. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the template, and I am going to create the sheeting, the plastic sheeting that looks like glass. When you see this next time, it will be finished and it will be framed. That also is going to be finished and framed, and I'm going to just redo the outside too. That bar that's going across the window, I've got to go in and redo that because it's up on one side a little bit higher, and I want it to be straight. So I did not frame. I am going to do the framing, like I said. Also, that is something, let me bring this down a little bit. That is also something you will be seeing in this room getting done. I have not started, well, I've started over on this side, as you can see. And you can see the framing along the floor and the ceiling, back wall back there, that's framed. But this side has to be finished. I'm gonna go along the floor and back here, and then up and around. I am going to leave the inside, that back wall, I'm going to leave that just natural wood, because pretty much the house now is painted and wallpaper, and I just want to leave that as a reminder of what I started with when I look at this house inside and out. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to actually show you something else. Let me show you the kitchen. And well, actually 2 things. I'm going to show you the kitchen, and I'm going to show you, just kind of go over the wooden toilet that I made, because I don't think many of you guys really know how great this toilet, how much it looks so freaking real. So give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Now, this is the kitchen you saw before picture, and I've painted with the very white, brightest white that I could possibly find at Home Depot. Burr paint, as I said, is my preference. And so you can see all white. And I did this because I'm lighting, I want the lighting to be bright. I'm changing the lights that I'm going to use in here too. And I think I'm going to do like a drop ceiling, and yeah, but it's going to be unique because, again, the kitchen counter, the kitchen counter, I think it's going to be on this wall. I don't have windows in here, so I'm going to create a faux window that I'm going to have a light in as well to make it look like it's light coming from the outside in. Just to bring a little bit more light in as well, because that's just, I love brightness and I love lights. That's what I'm gonna do, the skylights, the skyliners rather. But yeah, this is the kitchen. And I'm gonna bring you guys along more and more for the work that I do, so you can actually see more of it being done. But this is all new to me, so I'm slowly getting into it. Bear with me, please. But this is the wooden toilet that I made. And as you can see, the base of it. This is the top for the tank that I made as well. Let me just sit it in here. Hopefully it's not too bright and you guys can see because it's white on white pretty much. So this is the tank that I made, and I made this all out of wood. This was cut and glued on. This is a piece of wood that was shaped. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. Maybe I should do this. And I've got like gloss on it, so it has somewhat like the porcelain or ceramic, I think ceramic look of a toilet. So that's why it has a slight shine to it. I do have to go over a little bit more with white because the gloss kind of gave it more of a yellow kind of haze. But I've been kind of playing with the gloss, and I have seen that it can lighten up with paint. So I just have to kind of, I think what I'm going to do is try and mix the paint and the gloss and see if I can get it to blend and to dry better. Because the lid, I went over it with white and it is much whiter. So still working on the toilet, but the toilet, here's the toilet, the back of the toilet, which has the light in it. So it's just slid down in there. And that's, again, that is a fairy light. I put that little piece of wood in there. I think you guys can see that. I put that in there because I wanted the fairy light to kind of like stay more like balanced and not flip over. And I would have to like pry it from down in there and not be able to get to the switch easily. So what I did was I just left the back like this because when the fairy light, when the fairy light, let me get this. When the fairy light is, like, when it's up against the wall, you just can't see it, you know? You cannot see it. So, and it just adds a glow, and I showed that in a previous video. It adds a glow, a nice glow, nice, easy, comfortable light into the bathroom, okay? Along with the one under the sink. Okay, so now this is the toilet seat. And I configured this toilet seat. I was talking to someone at my job and working it out in my head. Like I said, this has to be painted over, touched up a little bit. I still am not 100% complete on anything in this house. And I'm not anxious to do so because I'm really enjoying the journey. So, but this is the mechanics of how I did this. We were talking about dowels, and dowels are like little round short sticks in a way. I guess the easiest way for me to think of a dowel. So what I did was I glued 3 pieces of wood, 1, 2, and 3. And I have another little stick that I cut down, and I found it and made it circular. I think you could see that. Let's see. I'm trying to get to, yeah. All right, you might can see that a little bit better. Uh-oh. All right. And so then, sorry for the in and out. So, and then I cut this little piece here, you see on both sides, that I cut down, I made a little hole through it, shaped it, filed it down, and I added that. These were like steps that were done one at a time. And that is in order for the stick below this one to stick under here so I can lift the toilet seat up. And so you can see the longer stick that goes from this side, it's falling, to the other side right there. And you see that. The toilet bowl, I had to cut it down. And you can see part of the fairy light in there, which is not a big deal. It could be colored, but it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna leave it like that. But I did color the inside of the toilet, and it was blue, and I'm gonna have to finish that. I'm gonna have to finish that because what happened was this toilet bowl it was a toilet bowl that I seen on a website called Mayfair. I think no Wayfair, and the toilet bowl looked just kind of, well, actually a lot like this one, but the original that I made, it was not where this base is, this corner here on the front. It was too forward, and it was too gaudy and too wide, too bold. It was weird. So I had to cut it back. And so what I did was I literally cut from here all the way straight down and cut it back. And then I had to reshape it and add another piece to the front and another piece to the front here to close that off. But originally I went from just here to here, and then I had to also make another, well, actually I'm not sure if this is the same toilet seat, but either way, I had to make modifications to redo the toilet seat and the seat cover. And so, like I said, this is literally a wooden toilet, and I handmade this, and it's based off of a toilet seat that I saw on a website called Wayfair, that some of you, including myself, have bought furniture, rugs, etc. from. And I don't, like I said, I don't think I actually talked about this to this degree. I did take pictures, and you can see that in the first parts of the video. But as I said, I will be certainly bringing you more into the creating, so you can see the process a lot better as I am doing it. I have gotten new materials to help me do that, and I'm just going to keep on modifying things to make it easier for you to come in and see how I'm creating, and also for you to create more of these things, because it's really easy. You don't have to recreate the wheel. The wheel has already been created. You just have to figure out how you want to do it. You know, we all are different in so many ways, but yet the same. So you can always figure things out. It's just you gotta have the passion to do it. Don't do anything because somebody else is doing it. Do it because you want to. And if you really want to, like my grandma always says, when there is a will, there is a way. So I will get back to you, and I'll bring you in for more creating, and I'll have, of course, more ideas. I may bring you back for more of the framing. I just have to see how I can do this with ease while teaching you, because again, it's all new to me, and I just really want you guys, if this is something you want to do, I want you to see that it could be done with so many different materials, even things you have around the house. You don't have to go out and purchase everything. This is my first time, and like I said, this right here, this is twine, and I just glued that, and it has a fairy light on the inside, and it actually does work. It's just using your imagination, figuring out what you want, what you got, and making it do what it do. So, I'll talk to you later. Take care.